Without objection, so ordered.
My colleagues, a week ago, we were approached by Secretary Paulson, and he told us that there was a crisis and that he had a solution. He gave us the horns of a dilemma, two sharp, shiny points that we could impale ourselves on. One, that the financial system was going to collapse and implode and the sky was going to fall. Certainly we wouldn't want to choose that. Or the other, we could write a $700 billion blank check. Those were our two choices. Reasonable people started to ask, there has got to be a better alternative than this. And at every turn, we saw a resistance to a clear definition of the problem and an ability to talk about the different alternatives or possibilities. Now, one of the things that's very dangerous in problem solving is not being careful in defining what the real problem is. What we find when we look back and start to talk to other authorities is that this is not the first time this kind of thing has happened, and that it did not need $700 billion. It needed very little public money to solve the problem back in the Reagan days in the savings and loan crisis. So what we have before us, and our leadership has led us into, first of the Pelosi Congress not allowing the committee process to operate properly, and second by some Republican leadership also trying to force us onto one of these two alternatives, is a solution that doesn't fix the problem. And mark my words that if we pass this bill in another couple of months, we'll be back here with a lot of failed banks. We'll say, oh my goodness, something's wrong. The banks are failing. The problem is this doesn't solve the problem. It's nice to take a bullet for the team if it's going to do some good. But this isn't going to solve the problem. All of the people I hear in favor of this say we've got to give up some principle in order to save principle. You never save principle by giving it up. Thank you.
Gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from Massachusetts.
Madam Speaker, I yield for unanimous consent request to the gentleman from New York, Mr. Engel.
Gentleman from New York is recognized.
Madam Speaker.